Am I live? I guess I am. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I was excited when I saw that 17 people are waiting. Wow. I don't deserve it, but thank you. That's awfully sweet. I'm glad you guys are here. Let me see. I can't see any comments yet. Okay, hold on. Bear with me. I'm usually on my computer, so it's been a while since I did it, from the phone. All right, let's see. Can everybody see me? Good morning. Let's see. Good news. Yes, that Mr. Means was disqualified. Oh, Lori Vallow's silly, stupid attorney. That was fantastic news. Guys, I was listening while I was cooking last night to Good morning, Robin. Hi. I was listening to one of Donna's readings last night on that she did on the Lori Vallow case. She did so many of them. And I was just blown away by how many things she got exactly right. And I know it's a little early to go on a tangent, but just you mentioning Mr. Mean, her attorney, Lori Vallow's attorney, I mean, the whole case, unbelievable that Donna got so many things correct. So I know now I feel like she's starting to get the recognition she deserves, which I'm super happy about. And she's got some good opportunities coming, but I'm not going to say anything too soon. But I think good things are coming for her, so I'm happy to hear that. Good morning. Hi, Sarah. Good morning. You look like a young Jerry Hall. You're funny. I just woke up about an hour ago, so I'm a mess, but thank you so much. Let's see. Be Kind says, Good morning. SM, she is manipulating him like all the other men in her life. Absolutely. Yep. Good morning. Emily says, Good morning. Well, good morning, Lauren. Thank you, Michelle. Good morning to you. She is spot on most cases. Yep, she is. Good morning, Lauren. You look beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Gabrielle. Appreciate that. I don't feel it, but thank you. Let's see. Hi, Ashley. Has she done any readings for Summer Walls? Yes, she has. They are my on my uploads. For whatever reason, she didn't want to upload those. And I think at the time it was because there were, oh, here comes my daughter. Hold on a minute. Just hang on a second. Oh, nope, she didn't come. Okay. I thought she was going to, but she didn't. Okay, so it's been a while, huh? Since I've done a live. I'm sorry, I'm a tad bit nervous. Well, I shouldn't be, but whatever. So her uploads are on my page, or on my YouTube, and the reason being, hi Ron, because at the time there was an opportunity she had coming her way, and she didn't want the Summer Wells readings on there. I guess they were just a little too much for her at the time, and she was concerned about a few things. So that's why they're on mine. Also, the Gabby Petito reading, it's also on mine. These are things I think she should have on hers. So, but they were put on mine, so I don't know. So if she ever wants to upload those to hers, that's 100% fine. Let's see. Kelly, it's Davies. Hi, sweetie from the UK. You look stunning as always. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're sweet. Good morning, sweetie P. Hi, Ron. Hello from New Jersey, Binky Babe. Oh, that's cute, Binky Babe. All right, so how was your Christmas? You guys have big plans for New Year's? What's the latest? What's the latest and greatest with you all? Let's see. Hello. Hi, I plead the fifth. How's it going? So, what is going to happen with Barry Morphew, guys? Seriously. Is he going to get off? Because right now it feels like God, I hate to jinx it, but I mean, it feels pretty worrisome at the moment. Like, what is going to happen here? Let's see. Sandy Lee, good morning. I wouldn't be surprised if Mark is found to belong to their cult. I remember Lori mentioning him to Chad on the phone call when Allie was digging in the backyard. Yeah, yeah. Good morning from St. Louis. Wasn't that a trip the day that the kids were found? Sorry. Side note. the day that the kids were found in that yard, wow, what an unexpected recovery. Wasn't that just, it was out of left field. Nobody expected it waking up that morning, what would end up being uncovered. And it was so just unbelievable that that kind of sick exists. Just unbelievable evil, right? Who could do that? Who could do the things that they did to those kids? And I believe for sure Lori had her hand in that. No doubt about it. Okay, hearing about Christmas. Okay, so Binky Babe says Christmas was excellent. No plans for the new year, just chill. Um, I think we're gonna have my mom watch our kids tonight and go out and just kind of do an early New Year's thing, just to get out of the house, kind of take time with just each other. Because the holidays, though they have their own, I guess, charm about them, right? It's special, but it can kind of take it out of your relationship. It can get kind of crazy. You're always with family and stuff, and you don't have enough time for just each other. Like my kids have been off of school for now a week. This is their second week off, and we just don't have that. We just need to reconnect, I feel like. So that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to go do that tonight. Let's see. Let me catch up on your comments. They found human remains about 30 miles from the Wells home. Are these the remains I heard about like 2 or 3 days ago that they hadn't yet identified? I'm thinking they probably are. Yeah, demons. That's who does stuff like that. Exactly. And then let's see. It is unbelievable because we could not realistically think of doing something like that. I couldn't imagine, especially. I mean, I couldn't imagine doing that to anybody, especially not my own kids. The remains found in Knoxville, Tennessee were determined to be adult remains. Okay. That's what I thought. I didn't have any feeling that they were Summer Wells, but I mean, you never know, right? I saw that yesterday in Maury, Colorado. Adult remains update. Good morning. So, what do you think, guys? Back to the Barry Morphew thing. Did you guys see the image of Barry walking into the courtroom with his daughters a while back? Did that just kind of punch you right in the gut, seeing him just, he's so enmeshed with his daughters? It seems absolutely unhealthy. I can't help but say it. I know I'm going to get criticism for even talking about the daughters, but it seems dead wrong that here they have their mother missing, and that the person, what, responsible, we know he's responsible. The person responsible is right there, locked in, arm in arm with them. How do they have such loyalty for their dad that likely took the life of their mom? I don't understand that. It will never make sense to me. And then how he's trying to get the judge, and I'm not sure if he successfully did get the judge to recuse himself because of that conflict of interest with Shoshana, right? Shoshana's attorney and his attorney. I can't remember how that goes actually, but anyway, there's some conflict of interest, and so he probably had that one in his back pocket, right, so that he could get a different judge. Makes sense. Totally enmeshed. Yes, I know. I think maybe the shock of it is something their minds won't let in both. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Let me pull it back up. Okay. What a gross, twisted lot. Yeah. Did I did I accidentally time somebody out? If I did, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I think I may have. I'm so sorry if I accidentally timed somebody out. I'm still trying to scroll through this. Like I said, I usually don't do it on my phone. Okay, hold on. Live chat. Here we go. Back to it. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, abusers brainwash their victims. I think it's just too much for them. Yeah, it really is. So with the Summer Wells thing, I assume you guys heard the tail end of Ziggy's interview. Well, not interview. It was like a phone call that she had with Don Wells maybe like, I think November 13th, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, hold on. Sorry, not to pause, but I'm trying to read this too. Sweetie PieLo, it's disturbing Barry with his daughters. I understand locality, but they seem to be protecting him. You may have meant to say loyalty, but I'm not sure if that's, yeah. Oh, hold on, my daughter's here. Hi, babe. Hey, Layla. Here, babe. Let's go inside, okay? It's a little bit cold out here. Look, there's Chloe. I'll be in just a few minutes, okay? Okay. Can you play with Chloe for a few minutes? Okay. Sorry about that. All right. Okay. Back to what we were discussing. Oh, the tail end of Ziggy's video, I think it was like the last 15 minutes or something. She had a phone conversation with Don Wells where he says that he had like 5 or 6 TBI agents that were following him, I think, in his trip. It was either to Knoxville or Kingsport. I can't recall which one. But he had TBI agents following him down the interstate. He says that he went and he took out $2,000. Okay, this is Don Wells. Don Wells says he withdrew $2,000 and bought dope and then went and gave it away, he says. Gave it away to people, to what, strangers? I mean, this is such a weird story, right? And it was all to prove a point because TBI had said, we have evidence that you sold your daughter. It's like, who does that? Well, first of all, but that is quite the story, isn't it? Quite the story. Let's see. Hi, sweetie PieLo. Long time no see. Yes, I am so sorry. It's been a long time since we've had this back and forth. It was so stressful for the last couple of months. My kids, I kid you not, every single week, at least 1 or 2 of them were sick. And if not them, it was my husband and I. And then, like, what, a week or 2 ago, my brother got COVID. So basically, I think what happens is when we visit with my brother and his family, we seem to pass sickness back and forth. And it's this awful, never ending cycle that seems to happen. So, that's, yeah, that's what's kept me going. I mean, it's been constant sickness. And then when they're sick, they always need something. I mean, shoot, they already constantly need something as it is, right? But when they're sick, it's a different story. It's more difficult. So, hi, sweetie PieLo. I'm new. Hope to get here more. Yeah, so good to have you. Thank you for being here. Is it Breach? Bree? Yeah, Breach. I think it's all in the family. Yeah, I know. It's the gift that keeps on giving, right? I missed you too. I missed all of you. So good to be here and get to communicate with you all. He's trying to prove he didn't sell his daughter for drugs, that he can buy his own. Yeah, exactly. What really rattles my cage is when he acts like he's not doing drugs still. Like, come on, who do you think you're kidding, buddy? I mean, whether you think they're innocent or guilty makes no difference. You know that they're still actively doing drugs. How could they be coping otherwise? They just couldn't. I don't think so. I don't think they have the basic coping skills because the drugs in their lives started at such a young age. And I think there's that arrested development thing going on, and they can't maybe work problems out otherwise. I don't know. Just a guess. I'm not a psychologist, so couldn't tell you, but that's my guess. Having a missing daughter, I think they had a hand in that, absolutely. But I realize there's plenty of people that feel otherwise. I just think, who has time to play games and to do these little pranks that they do when your daughter's missing, right? And my husband has an interesting theory. He thinks that they removed the boys when they did, right? It was back in July when they took the 3 sons. He thinks that that was to get the boys talking. So rather than going after the parents, arresting them, and making that even more of a traumatic deal, you pull the boys out of the home, you get them into the therapy that they need, you get them into that safe environment, and eventually they'll start talking. Now, I'm not sure if they've started talking yet, and none of us are, but I would be willing to guess probably some of the abuse is coming to surface now, and hopefully they'll just keep on letting it out because a child doesn't just, yes, they vanished, right? They've been stolen off of properties like all these other cases, but in this particular scenario, it's really hard for me to imagine that somebody just went up to that house high up on that hill and took her, especially the official story, out of the basement. First of all, if that was a basement that was locked, the door was locked, and there was supposedly a couch in front of it, how's that going to work, right? And then also, I've heard that the glass on the door is like a reflective glass, which kind of creeped me out, to be honest, especially from what I've asked about what could have been happening in that basement. Just, allegedly, right? It's all speculation. Okay. Grover Betty did a phone interview with Don, and he said that he and Candace are drug free and don't allow those kind of people on their property. I know. It's a bunch of baloney. I 100% think that's baloney. It's like they've been aligning themselves with people like that since the beginning of time, right? Since as far back as they go back. Not to mention, like, think about this for a moment. And I don't know if this has been ever addressed anywhere else, but I'm going to address it. So we've already talked about several times before that there is this, it's like a multi-generational curse with Candace, with Dawn. Well, Candace in particular, I don't know, I'm sure you guys are aware that she has a heart defect, right? It's I guess technically a hole in her heart. Well, you know where that defect comes from? Anybody? You want to answer? I'll see if you guys know. Good morning. Let me know. I want to see if anybody knows where that hole in the heart comes from. Because it doesn't just happen generally. Drugs? Good guess. Where does that hole in the heart come from? Candace has a hole. So she was born with a hole in her heart. I think she was born in Corpus Christi, Texas, if I'm not mistaken. And she ended up having, I don't remember if it was in Texas or Wisconsin she had to go to get a major surgery to fix that hole in her heart. Well, that hole in her heart was from the alcohol, the fetal alcohol syndrome. That's one of the main deformities or abnormalities that come as a byproduct of alcohol. That, as well as sometimes the presentation of fetal alcohol syndrome, can also be on your I think it's called a frenulum, or anyway, it's this gap right between your lip and your nose. And I guess in fetal alcohol syndrome babies, they're, instead of having this, I guess, ridge right here that you normally, have, theirs is just sort of flat. That's why sometimes the babies of fetal alcohol syndrome, or I guess, yeah, the babies born, they can be so identifiable in how they look. Also, the ears can be affected, but it's, the mouth, the ears, and the heart. That heart defect is straight from fetal alcohol syndrome. The reason I mention it is because that would suggest, like I was saying, with the multi-generational curse that is ever so relevant, right? That Candace, Grandma Candace, she was throwing them back too when she was pregnant. So this is what they were born into. It's been here probably 3, 4, 5 generations. And so to expect them to be anything different Yes, some people rise above it, but I think that this is who they are. They're just crazy making, you know? Okay, let's see. I'll read some comments here. Drug abuse by parents. Yeah. They have been allowing underage teens on the property. And when the parents called to get directions, they would not tell them their address. Yep, I've heard that too. That mattress speaks about everything that happened in that dungeon basement. Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, it makes me so grossed out to imagine. By the way, do you guys realize that so many of the things already in Donna's reading that she did on Summer Wells have come to pass? For example, do you remember the part? I wish I had my computer hooked up. I'd start kind of corresponding, what I say to the details in her reading. But she said in that reading that there were like groups, there were like people who have babies just to put them into this trafficking deal. And there's a YouTuber who surfaced, or I guess found on Facebook. I don't know whose Facebook it was. I believe it was Allie's and the connections to Allie, but she found people that totally fit this profile where, they've got they look like miserable children, heads shaved. I know this is old news for so many of us, so bear with me, but I'm trying to prove a point here. But the idea is that here, Donna was in a reading. She's talking about these people who they have babies just so that they can traffic them, just so that they can basically sell them. And I think that who uncovered that detail, the children with the shaved heads that are sleeping in these really deplorable conditions. They've got I think it's like a red or an orange drink next to them in some of these pictures. I think that speaks to a major component here, that I think there are these people that do that, just like Donna said. Another thing that was really kind of bizarre is she saw in her reading, remember she says, I feel like Summer's on the refrigerator. Do you guys remember that? She goes, I know it was JJ, from JJ and Tylee, the Vallow case. She says, I know it was JJ that would get up on the refrigerator, but I'm seeing Summer Wells on the refrigerator. Well, in one of Don Wells' interviews, he shows the refrigerator. This is so weird. He shows the refrigerator that Summer would always, I don't know if she would get inside of it or get on top of it or whatever it was, but it was really bizarre. Did anybody else catch that? And there's so many other examples that I would actually like to officially cover it where I go through all these details. I'm just going over it broadly, broad view. Yeah. I just love Reverend Donna. She's so incredible. Yeah, she is. Okay, sweetie, did you hear the phone call Ziggy had with Dawn the other night? He actually says he knows where Summer is. The call was recorded in November. Yes, I did. I saw that. I listened to that. Quite interesting, huh? I said it was her favorite. Yeah, the fridge was her favorite. So it's details like that. It's so bizarre, but she captures, or she gets these incredible. She has this incredible connection to spirit, which I've never understood. Right? I still don't altogether get it. To see these things that nobody else, well, very few others would have the ability to see. Hold on, my daughter's coming around just a second. I'm gonna put this down. Here, Layla, I'll be in just a minute, okay? Can you go find Chloe? I'll be in just a minute, okay? Oh, okay, I'm back. Let's see. Hey, girl, hope you had a beautiful holiday. Happy New Year, Lauren. Thank you. You too, Flower Power. Door is still on. Item seat. The blaze closed her in. I still feel someone was stuck in the fridge. You know, that's an interesting thought. Yes, you should do a video on it about what Donna stated. Yes, and I will. It's a matter of me having the time to kind of prepare and then present. I would really like to do that because there are so many interesting connections that um, I've already picked up on. Let's see. Every time you lean forward, your sound. Oh, I'm so sorry. Can you hear me okay now? I'm glad you told me. I'm sorry. I love the PJs. Yeah, my mother-in-law got me these pajamas. They're so comfortable. I think she got them at Target. They're like my favorite new pajamas. I'm normally just low maintenance, just wear a shirt and, raggedy old pants, but it's nice to have some nicer pajamas. Shooting heroin can cause a bacteria to form. Yep, I've heard. I honestly feel Summer got into Dawn's stash and H is now laced with fentanyl. It could only take a little bit to take her life, and that would explain a lot of what happened after that. Yeah, they are. These are really soft pajamas. Very soft. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, how's my sound right now? Hope it's not too bad. Can you hear me? Just muffled. Okay. Like your voice. Good 1 minute and then muffled the next. Should I just take my what do you call it, earbud thing out? Would that maybe be better? Turn the milk jug sideways. Out. The neck very close. And block by block, fill blood spots. And I say that is blood at her seatbelt. That is $1 million question. What happened that day? I had a dream, and you guys might remember this if you've watched all my videos, but it was back in July. And the dream was that Candace and Dawn had done all of this just for publicity, just to get their own like TV deal. And the family I saw as being, I guess, comparable to them was the whole Honey Boo Boo TV show. Does anybody happen to remember this? Your microphone is being muffled by your dressing gown. Okay. Should I just take it out? Okay. Can you hear me better? I'm so sorry if it's been hard to hear me. Candace did drive off, supposedly, to look for Summer. Yes, blood is under seatbelt across her belly. Okay, good. I'm sorry. I had no clue it was that bad. Okay, good. Apologies. I'm sorry about that. Okay. That is not going to take her life. They can do, but on top of that, they smell and taste like candy. Yes, you're better. Yes, Honey Boo Boo was a trip, right? Whatever happened to Honey Boo Boo? Her mom, what was her name? June? Mama June? And was it Skeeter or Scooter? I always get his name wrong. What was it? I can't remember the husband's name. And then she left him, I think. Okay, 1,000 times better. Okay, good. I think they went to prison. They probably, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me a bit. So anyway, in this dream, I saw that this whole entire situation, the cause or the reason for it was so that they would get their names in the news and become famous. I doubt that's the case. It was just a dream. But every time I think about that dream and then I think about the dumb little hoaxes, hoaxes? Is that even a word? The hoax that they did a while back was saying that was it the mafia, the Mexican mafia was picking them up, or it was the FBI, or it was both of those. Do you guys remember that? Who does a hoax when their daughter's missing? Sorry, I just had to say it again. It's unbelievable. Who plays pranks? Nobody I know. That's when you should be out looking for your daughter. And then you think about
parents, such as, let's say, Gabby Petito's, for example, her parents were immediately in the news. They were doing whatever they could do to find their daughter. Such a stark contrast from the way Don and Candace have responded. And then I also think back to that first, what was it? It was 3 or 4 days into her vanishing, right? Into her missing status, where Don gets up with his son, I think it was the oldest son, kind of underneath his arm, and he starts talking about the resurrection as though she's already dead. I don't understand who's going to even lose hope that fast that their child's alive unless they know exactly where she is. So that is beyond. Petitos are normal, average folks. Yes, yeah, exactly. I don't understand how they live with themselves either. I know. They have never begged for her return. They haven't. And I saw the interview with Dr. Phil. Did that do anything for you guys? Because it didn't for me. The cornbread mafia, I don't know that that even applies to them. I've heard it's a Kentucky thing. It's not even a Tennessee thing. I don't know that that has any relevance at all. And then for Don now to blame it on meth heads. I mean, meth heads don't even take care of their own kids. Why would they want his daughter, right? Just saying. What if Candace took her somewhere to hide her in Grandis's truck? I don't know. I don't know. Set this up in Pigeon Forge. Yep. I have a theory on that. Someday, or probably in the near future, when I cover Donna's, the similarities of what she said in her big, 41-minute reading and what's come out so far, I'm going to tell you guys what I think could have happened. But I won't talk about it today. We'll do it a different day. That way we give it the proper time it deserves to, allow it to go full circle and make sense. Hold on. Did I miss you? Hold on. Live chat. There we go. Sorry about that. Has Donna done a new reading? I'm not sure. I know that she did do one and she put it on Enchanted Life Paths channel. It was a shorter one. Did anybody see that? It was on this, it was kind of more narrowing the location that she saw in one of her readings, I think. It was maybe 10, 15-minute clip. You guys might want to check that out on Enchanted Life Paths channel. I wish she would do as many readings as she did for the Vallow case. I wish she would do on Summer Wells, because the clarity she got in that case, I believe she would have the same with Summer Wells. I believe the more she does these readings, the more surfaces and starts to make sense. Because I think really what it's up to is her interpretation, right? She's explained it as being similar to a game of charades. So she's given these clues, these visual things to look at, and it's up to her to make sense. What does this mean? Okay, poor Donna gets so sick. We got to give her a break. I agree. I know. In a perfect world, I wish she could do these things and it not affect her, but how could it not affect her? I mean, these are horrible things to even witness. So I don't wish it on her. She's just so incredible at what she does. Cremation is what I believe happened to Suzanne Morphew. Yeah. Do you think it's possible that maybe, so let's go back to Barry Morphew. Do you think it's possible that maybe Barry Morphew so this is disturbing, but maybe disassembled, or what's the nice way, not disfigure, cut her body up, I can't say it any other way, and put it in those bags and put it in the trash cans that he visited on that day. Do you think that's possible? I mean, is that why there's no evidence at the house? Thank you, dismembered. I couldn't think of the word. How silly, huh? Yeah, Donna is amazing. This is what I've felt for a long time now. Yeah. How did they not find the hole in Candace's heart when she was a baby? I think that's when they did find the hole in her heart, was when she was a little baby. So Candace she had to have been boozing a lot herself as a pregnant person, or pregnant woman. I don't think he did. I think he was messing with them. This definitely could be possible. Oh, thank you so much. You're sweet. I was on No Thanks channel, and he had Jody Sue Brown, let me go back, who called police about the scream, and she was asked what she thought happened to Summer. She said, check with the grandma. Well, in Donna's reading, sorry, got to go back to it, she said that the grandma is the architect and engineer of this whole case. Like, it was her idea, and Candace then carried out the idea. So it wouldn't surprise me. I'm from Houston, and I visited Colorado for Christmas for the first time. Colorado is beautiful, and the Rocky Mountains can definitely keep... Yeah, no kidding. There are so many bodies found in Colorado, I swear. So many people go missing from there, too. I also believe Grandma is the mastermind. She is. I would be willing to bet. And I think she can hide behind that, I'm elderly, I've got knee problems, I'm, too old to be involved in something so criminal. I think she can hide behind that veil pretty well. Candace has a very shady past. When I imagine her Candace's brother, that sick, perv, disgusting pedophile, and I don't know if this is true or not, but isn't he out of prison after all his disgusting crimes against, youngsters? I've heard that he's out. I don't even know if that's true. I've never looked into that part myself, so I don't know. I think... Let's see. I'm a grandmother. I would be so insanely worried and looking every day for my grandchild. So, I know, so would I. So would any good grandmother, good parent, right? Oh, hold on, my daughter's going. I know, babe. Can you go put that back? Thank you. I'll be in just a minute, okay? I love you. Okay, sorry about that. Are you guys able to hear me as I am right now? Let me know. Operation Rescue Our Children, Ernest Schelt is revealing some of his findings while investigating this case. Okay, good. Good. Rose went missing, and now Summer. It's rare to happen in the same family. It is so rare that that would happen in the same family. I remember having a conversation with Rose's father-in-law. So Chris Larson's dad. This was like a week maybe into the disappearance of Summer. And he really, with all of his heart, just wants to know what happened to Rose. But looking back, he did kind of sugarcoat their relationship quite a bit, Chris Larson's and Rose's relationship, because he made it sound to me like they got along beautifully. He never mentioned that there was any domestic sort of abuse or anything like that. And then what's come out is he put her in a headlock, and that he shortly after she disappeared divorced her. Details like that. He never mentioned those to me. But I do remember him telling me that when he spoke to Rose on the phone that night. I guess before she was going out that night, he had called the house, I think it was, and that she sounded really chipper on the phone, really excited about something. So I can't help but think, was she maybe going to meet somebody, and did that meeting end up being something fatal? I don't know. But it is everybody's wonder, right? I really, really wish there would be more information on Rose Bly. I want to know a lot more. And another thing is that I thought was interesting about the talk he and I had was that when because he did not even know yet that Summer Wells was missing. This was so early into the case. Like I said, it was probably not more than a week after she had vanished. And I said, well, do you know who Candace Bly is? And he was like, oh, isn't that Rosie's sister? And I'm like, yeah, that's her sister. And her sister's daughter, Summer, is missing. He goes, oh, wow, whoa, I didn't know that. He said, I keep up with Jeannie, so their other sister. I keep up with Jeannie on Facebook, and I had no idea that Summer was missing, or that their daughter was missing. So he never really knew Candace well. He did tell me, and I've heard that this is not true either, but he did tell me that for a period of time, Rose was caring for Candace's kids, which I've time and time and time again heard that that's not true, but that's what he told me. I have it recorded actually, if anybody ever wants to hear it. Hold on. I think the husband did something. I know, I can't help but think it too. The first two, yes, the first two kids, he told me, he said, I think Rosie was caring for her kids while she was going to school. So Rosie was going to college or something and taking care of two of Candace's kids. Again, I've heard that's totally not true. So take it with a grain of salt. He could be remembering things a bit off. I don't know. Nevertheless, it was interesting having that conversation with him. And he was really, like I said, he was very shocked. He's like, two people from the same family missing? When does this happen? Doesn't, right? It's bizarre. So I heard that too. They were adopted out at 6 months after Andrew beat them. Yeah. Yeah. Who can beat a baby, right? Who can physically harm the most precious? I mean, children are the most precious, in my opinion, when they're that little. They haven't told their first lie yet. They haven't done anything wrong yet. They're just innocent, beautiful. Who could harm a baby? That will never make sense to me. It is disgusting. I just wonder why Candace Floden was put back into foster care after being adopted out. She's had a hard life, Candace Floden. I feel bad for her. I know she would have put so many unanswered things to rest. So amazing at what she does. So much respect for her. Yeah. I came in halfway in UK too. Yeah, the same person who could harm animals and the elderly. Who can do that? I know. I didn't know she had other children she lost until a few days ago. Yeah, 6 kids, right? 6 kids altogether, and doesn't have even one of them. If that's any indication how sick she is. And then Don, right? We've heard plenty of times that he tried to sell I think his son when he was about, was it 2 or 3? According to, was it Jeannie or Trish? One of the sisters said that, or maybe both of them. Actually, yeah, it was Trish that told me that. And Trish is the niece of Jeannie and sorry, the daughter of Jeannie and Mary's niece. Okay, I had to make that connection. I didn't want to confuse anybody or myself here. Does anyone know how old the other children are? Sorry if you said it already, I'm late coming in. No problem, A for advocate. So the other kids, the first two kids of Candace's are, I believe, 21-ish and maybe 22-ish. It could be 20 and 22. It's something like that, but I think they're in their early 20s. The Red Barrel video says it all. Oh, isn't that the truth? Who has their daughter dance in front of a barrel, a red barrel that says for sale in the rain, right? I believe that could have been where, and this is just a wild guess. This is only my speculation, not true, not fact, but that could have been how they were marketing her. I don't know. That could have been how they got the message out. I still want to know, who is this Fred Hill guy? Have you guys heard that name before? That came out in the phone call yesterday with Andra on Molly Golightly's live. She was talking to Don Wells and he name dropped Fred Hill. I think that's his name, Fred Hill, that he's some drug dealer. Okay, I thought Frank was a Light though, Frank Light. Wasn't that Frank Light? Fred Hill. I'm sure they're all probably sleeping in the same bed for all we know. You know, they all know each other, no doubt. I haven't heard. Yeah, Fred Hill. I need to look into him for sure. Is the local neighborhood drug dealer. I'm sure there's many drug dealers in that neighborhood. I've never heard anything good about that place. I'm sure there is maybe one thing good. I've never heard it though. Good morning. Hi, Annabelle. Thanks for being here. I've always felt very strange with Robin. I hate putting someone's name under suspicion in things, but I can't help myself. She rubs me the wrong way. You know, I've always liked her, okay? But I don't like how, and it could be just a nervous habit, but in that interview she did with Chris McDonough, how she's like laughing constantly in between her sentences, like, sorry for my impression. What is there to laugh about? And then the way she says that they're gonna pack snacks and go up on the, what was it, and go find Summer that night. I don't know. I just feel like, is she desensitized to how serious this whole matter is? So I've actually always liked Robin okay. I don't really believe she's involved, but I could be wrong about that. I really could. I think that a lot of people have been vilifying her lately. Maybe they know something that I don't know. I've actually talked to her on the phone. I've never gotten that feeling that she's in any way involved. Again, I could be wrong. Doesn't mean I'm right. And Dead Summer, take Connor home, and Allie and Bly disposed of Summer. Yeah, anything's possible. It is interesting how Allie was her friend, right? She was Candace's friend, and then suddenly they have the falling out over Jose, but then they still keep communication, you know, they carry on communicating with one another. And then as soon as Summer vanishes, now Allie comes out of the woodwork and has all these stories to tell. It just seems like she should have protected her son from Candace the whole time. Why would she come out now but not before about these various issues of abuse and stuff? And maybe she did. She probably did call, right? She probably did report it. But it's like, why, as soon as Summer vanishes, do you almost like opportunistically come out? And it's just to be part of, in my opinion, there's two things going on. A, she's trying to offer at least answers, but some of this could even be fabricated for all we know, because she does have something against Candace. Oh, hold on. Hold on, baby, just a minute.
Okay, listen, Layla, we gotta go back in. I'll be off in just a minute, okay? Come on, honey. There you go, take your choo-choo.
Okay. Can you hear me? What I think, Hunter, I think the reason, you know how everybody says that Hunter, ever since Summer vanished, he hasn't been the same person, and how he's completely changed. He doesn't act at all like he used to. What I think that is all about, I believe he was having, for sure, a sexual relationship with Candace. And I think that that is what he is concealing, that is so maybe embarrassing, you know, it's super private. And that could be why he's so changed about it. I don't necessarily think he's involved as far as like taking Summer, but I think he was very much sexually involved with Candace. My opinion, just putting it out there. That's my opinion. What do you guys think? Do you think they were involved in a physical, sexual way? It's the whole bedroom thing. Oh my gosh, that video. I wish I could show you that video right now. The video where it's a TikTok video, Candace and Hunter are lying on the bed, and there's a song that they have playing as part of the TikTok video. And Candace is like stroking his, I think his face or his hair or something. It looks way too close for comfort. There's something off. So that is what I think he's hiding. I don't think he saw anything as far as, you know, something happening to Summer. I think he's concealing a grown-up relationship that he had that would make Candace a pedophile, you know. It's embarrassing to him, but it also, of course, looks really, really, really bad for her. And it could be she's attracted to younger, very young guys because mentally she is very young herself. They were involved for sure. I think so too. It hit me wrong right off. Made me feel sick. Made me feel sick too. It's nasty. I think Chase and Dawn have been friends for a long time. What a con man, huh, Chase? You know, I try to not get involved with that kind of stuff, but I do follow it sort of from a distance. I can't believe that anybody who defrauds somebody can sleep good at night. I don't know how they do it. I couldn't. You can't rip people off and feel good about yourself. You just can't. Hunter has a girlfriend, and so does Bly. I firmly believe Hunter accidentally hurt Summer, and Bly and Allie were doing something else. That could be very true. Absolutely nasty. Oh, thank you so much. Good morning, fabulous. I think the two who never speak know what happened. C and Grandis, yeah. There still are no billboards put up yet. Gosh. And that's what he did, right? He collected money for them, but never actually put them up. And isn't he tight with Dawn, from what I've heard and stuff? He's like really buddy-buddy with Dawn. Doesn't Dawn question him like, hey, where are these billboards, you idiot? Right? You'd think. But no, Dawn's not, I don't think Dawn's concerned about all that. No. Why would he start now? They've never made a public plea for their daughter. The truth will come out. The writing is on the wall. Fly with Allie, and they are protecting Hunter. Yeah. I got robbed last night by my cousin. How did they sleep? Yeah. I'm so sorry that you got robbed by your cousin. Is he Is this druggy, drug-related activity? I'm so sorry. That's awful. Summer's injuries match a bad fall from the swing. Oh, these comments go so fast. The other lady paid $8,000 to put the rest up. She got conned out of $8,000. Oh my gosh. That is sick. I bet she feels awful. Wow. It's a lot of money. They have made a lot of money out of poor Summer. They don't want her found. Hey, so what's everybody's opinion on the new team that's going back to raise hell in front of TBI? Molly Golightly, Andra, Olivia, and Jonathan Lee Riches. What do you guys think? They all mentioned the swing, all of them. I multiple times. And swing, we all. Let's see. And they all mentioned the swing, all of them, multiple times. The swing, the swing, the swing. I know they did. I wonder if there's a camera somewhere hidden in that yard or something. I don't know, random thought. But I do think Donna's right. With these pedophiles, people who really are attracted and take pictures of these young girls, they love to take photos to capture what their, ultimate fantasy. And sorry, it's gross to even mention. You know what? I gotta go. I knew this would happen. She was so patient with me. I knew it wouldn't last too much longer. But thank you so much for everything. My next live, I'm going to cover a lot of stuff. I don't know when it's going to be, hopefully sooner than later. But it was wonderful to catch up with you. Thank you so much for visiting this morning. Bye, everybody. Take care. Good to see you all.